Good morning, it's Boise here, Brent Boyce from Farmwise in Tasman, top of the South Island. Just want to talk today about winter feeding and levels of winter feeding. It's a bit tough out there at the moment. A lot of people are having to feed their cows maintenance and perhaps not feeding the animals at optimum levels. Well, let's just talk about what optimum looks like, and just to go through the basics. On my whiteboard here, a pregnant cow in winter, a dairy cow, a small, medium, large and extra large. When she's pregnant, just standing there, she needs 7, 8, 9.5 to 11, depending on the size of the cows. Now that extra large cow is something like 600-700 kilos. Now if you want them to put weight on, and bearing in mind that at dry off she's not going to put any weight on, it's about a week after dry off she'll start putting weight on again, and you've got about a month during that dry period to put weight on. And those last 3 to 4 weeks of pregnancy just before calving, she's unlikely to be able to put on much weight at all. So we have to do it sort of mainly in June if this is the time now. Okay, so what we're looking at is if you want to put on half a condition score in 60 days or quarter of a condition score in 30 days, you've got to feed that small cow 8.5 kilos. 10 for medium, 12 for large and 13.5 for extra large cows. If you want to put on a condition score in 60 days or half a condition score in 30 days, that little cow will need 10 a day, and the extra large cow is going to need 16 a day. The issue we have over winter, and many of our areas do suffer a little bit in the wet periods and cold, is that we need to feed them more. So if it's wet or cold, you're going to need those animals. We're going to need an extra kilo, 1.1, 1.2, and 1.3. If it's wet and cold, they're going to need to be offered that much more. Okay, so you might have a big cow you're trying to put some weight on, she might need 18.6 a day. It sounds a lot, but if it's wet and cold and you're trying to put weight on at a reasonable pace, that's what you're going to have to offer her. And this here will take into account some of the utilisation. If the utilisation levels are really bad, you're going to have to offer even more. But that's our feeding levels, guys, and that is the reality of what we have. And I understand, and I see it a lot, where we're actually feeding cows less than we'd like. Remember, that will maintain those cows. Pregnant maintenance right now. If it's wet and cold, they will need a little bit more. Okay, hope that clears things up, and we'll talk again soon. Cheers.